What's up, everybody? Today for our Weathering, Erosion, and Deposition unit, we are going to be talking about volcanoes. So we're going to go over questions 28 through 31 on our note-taking sheet, and we're going to describe the differences between active, dormant, and extinct volcanoes. We're going to talk about the harmful effects that come from a volcanic eruption, and we're also going to talk about the different types of volcanoes and how to describe them and how volcanism can produce inverted topography. So to get started, there are three categories for when you're trying to describe a volcano, and that is active, dormant, and extinct. For an active volcano, it can be described as a volcano that is currently erupting. So it's basically your typical picture of what a volcano is, with the lava and the smoke spewing everywhere and all the chaos going on. So that's what an active volcano is. It's a volcano that has had at least one eruption during the past 10,000 years. So an active volcano can either be erupting or it doesn't even have to be erupting to be an active volcano. It just has to have one eruption in the past 10,000 years, which makes it so tricky to decide to determine whether it's dormant or active. So a dormant volcano is one that's not currently erupting, but it might at some future date. So a dormant volcano is one that has not erupted in the past 10,000 years, but is expected to erupt again. So while it hasn't erupted in quote-unquote recent, being 10,000 years, but is going to erupt, then that makes it dormant. So the difference between an active and a dormant volcano is that an active one has had a recent eruption and a dormant one has not. And an extinct volcano, it's a pretty simple concept. It kind of speaks for itself with the word extinct. It is one that has stopped erupting forever, or no eruption has been noted in recorded history. So what makes volcanic eruptions so deadly? A common answer would probably be the fact that it's lava, but what makes volcanic eruptions so deadly is actually not lava, because with lava, while it's hot and it kind of can burn your skin off, it's really easy to outrun. So basically it's not like a really rapid danger. The real danger of volcanoes is the pyroclastic flows and basically the smoke that comes from a volcanic eruption. So with that, it's a cloud of hot volcanic gases, and it's at a really, really high temperature. So it also has different pieces of rock and ash mixed in with it. So not only is it just gas, it's really, really hot gas that has small particles in it. So it hurts, and it also helps. It weathers away like different buildings, and just really kind of destroys a lot of things, and it can kill a lot of people because it also has poisonous gases that are also at a really hot temperature. So there's three types of volcanoes. There's a cinder cone and a shield cone and a stratovolcano. So a cinder cone is one that has really steep sides, and it is built off of cinder and ash that has piled up. So with the cinder cone, it's easily eroded away because it's just cinder and ash, and it's not really made from layers of magma or cooled lava. With a shield volcano, it doesn't have as steep sides. Like, it's not as steep in slope. It has a more gentle slope. It's from layers of hot lava that was originally cooled. It was constructed from lava flows. So it spills out of like the central vent again, but it's not as steep as the cinder cone. And then with the stratovolcano, or a composite volcano, this one is built from different layers of rock and lava, and they're typically really, really big, and they have a peak at the center hole that people are so used to seeing where the lava comes out. It's not as it's not as obvious. And also with these types of volcanoes, they seem extinct because they seem like mountains, so it's harder to see when it's going to erupt. So they typically look like mountains, and when they do erupt, it's pretty big. So with our next question, how can volcanoes produce inverted topography? So when a volcano erupts and it spews the lava everywhere, and lava takes a specific path, the lava eventually cools, and it becomes a very, very hard rock that is hard to weather and erode away. So it's the surrounding ground is a lot softer. So while the other parts of the ground are weathering away, that solid magma is still there. So it becomes a more elevated part of the landscape. So when you have stuff like clay hills that have been eroded away, that basalt flow is still there, and now it has become the highest part of the landscape. Thank you all for watching. I hope you were able to follow along and learn about these awesome beasts called volcanoes, and hope y'all have a good day. Bye, everybody.